Boys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 common mistakes all skinny guys make when trying to bulk. We're going to talk about why it doesn't work, why you're doing it wrong, and what frameworks you need to put in today to essentially unlock the muscle. Because essentially guys, I've been here and I've been here and want to give you the essential framework you need to build muscle fast for someone who essentially was on both sides of the spectrum and was extremely skinny. So guys, we're going to break this down to a 3-step process in regards to your nutrition, your training, and your recovery. So if you guys are new or you haven't been to the channel, welcome back. So guys, let's break down point number 1, the nutrition. Why a lot of people essentially don't do it, which it seems a lot more obvious than it is you just don't eat enough. A lot of people think that, I've hit my intake for the day, when meanwhile, it's not the right stuff. So I want to break down the entire nutrition plan, how you're going to do it effectively, and break it down from your 3 core macros, your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. So when we talk about this, guys, your protein intake is extremely important because your nutrition, guys, in order to build muscle and to literally do it the right way, you need to hit your protein intake. And a good framework I want you guys to use is make sure you hit your protein intake 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, you're eating 150 grams. Very easy, very simple. But a lot of people think that, it's too hard. Yes, guys, if it was easy, everyone would do it. So make sure you hit your protein intake. It's going to fast track your growth by 10x. Because, guys, it's not about essentially doing it once. It's not about doing it 2 times. It's about doing consistently. Consistently every single day allows you to hit your goals, allows you to get the outcomes you want because you smash the inputs that allow you to essentially get the output you want by just literally having it ingrained into your lifestyle. So that's really important is, of course, making sure you eat enough, but your protein intake. So, of course, guys, once we understand our protein intake, we need to touch on, of course, the fats and the carbs. Your fats essentially should be anywhere from 20 to 40%. Some people even go upwards to 50%. I think in between the 20 to 40%, maybe 30% is a really good way to go about it. And then essentially, guys, your carbs is what you backfill at the end. But I want to break down the fats and the carbs, and because there's a lot of misconceptions to how we go about it. I want to just give you a good framework to operationalize around, because if we're talking about nutrition, you guys need the blueprint, and I'm going to give it to you right here. So when we talk about our fats, guys, we need to make sure we understand we're eating the right types of fat. So really good sources that you guys can use is dark chocolate, maybe some olive oil, some avocado oil, cashews, nuts, walnuts, my favorite, pistachios. All these different sources are really good, but what we have to understand with fats is that they're 9 calories per 1 gram, and our proteins or carbs are 4 calories per 1 gram. So of course, guys, it's going to be a lot of calorie dense to help you put on this weight, and make sure we stay in our interval between 20 to 40%. So a 30% is a really good indicator right there to start off, and there's always going to be a margin of error of what you kind of tweak with in regards to your fats and your carbs. As I mentioned before, you have your proteins, which you should do minimum 1 gram of protein, but some people even go upwards from that. It all depends on your body and what your goal is, but essentially operationalize around these frameworks and then adjust as you go, how your body adapts, what you see, what works, what doesn't, and of course track your progress. That's how you're going to fast track your results. So now that we talked about the fats, I want to talk about the carbs. So guys, a lot of people get the carbs confused because essentially they think, eat more cereal, the more calories, the more gains, where it doesn't work like that. Of course, you're going to actually put on size, but you want to put on the right side. Essentially, guys, you don't want it down here in the stomach or the love handles right here. So you want to make sure you're doing it the right way and always operating the right framework. So guys, what you need to essentially do is switch from the pretzels, the candies, the sodas, the chips, all this different stuff to complex carbs. What makes you honestly feel full longer, gives you better optimized energy throughout the day, and it's a lot more healthier and cleaner. So essentially, guys, good resources that I really like to rely on are white rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, whole wheat bread, 100%. That is high in fiber, takes our body longer to break it down, and makes us feel full longer to be and honestly work out our best. So once we understand our nutrition, guys, that is a key framework right there. So once we tie all 3 of those points, we need to make sure we're hitting these goals every single day. So guys, of course, we need to operationalize our maintenance calories and then operate in a calorie increase of anywhere from 2 to 300 if you're doing a lean bulk, and 3 to 500 as a standard bulk. And if you use these frameworks, as I mentioned, the core macros, the proteins, the fats, and the carbs, and then add that calorie surplus, you're going to build muscle a lot effectively. And that's a good framework I want you guys to operationalize around, because it's literally going to allow you to, of course, go from this to this, just doing it consistently every single day. Point number 2, guys, I want to talk about is the training. So I want to break this down to 2 key components that allows you to expedite your training. So guys, of course, we need to break down our training into our compound lifts and progressive overload. So guys, the way we're going to essentially structure our workouts is increasing the training frequency, of course, to build muscle. So guys, let's talk about the 2 key frameworks, our progressive overloaded and our compound lifts. Our compound lifts, guys, are our deadlifts, our shoulder press, our incline press, our bench press, our barbell row, the essential ability to hit multiple muscle groups simultaneously. If we could do this and align it with our training splits on how many days we go per week, that's essentially going to allow us to build muscle and, of course, increase in size and put on this essential bulk that we want. If you guys are doing a lean bulk or a standard bulk, as I mentioned, the calorie intake, 200 to 300 for a lean bulk, 300 to 500 for a standard bulk. But guys, in order to do this effectively, we of course need to make sure we have our compound movements. And what I want you guys to do is align with your training split. So 3 days per week, a full body, 4 days per week, an upper and lower body split, and 5 to 6 days either an Arnold or a push-pull leg split. But of course, now we're going to break down the way we actually structure our workouts, including these compound lifts. So guys, when you do these splits, it's really important to use these compound lifts as 1 to 2 exercises per session. For example, your push day, which is chest, shoulders, tricep, maybe you guys are doing essentially a bench press, an incline press, and a shoulder press. You can even throw 3 in, and that's going to stimulate muscle growth quickly. And then for progressive overload, guys, we're going to operate in certain rep ranges. So for our compound lifts, we're going to do 6 to 9 reps. Once you hit the 9 reps consistently, you're going to increase the weight. Reps are going to decrease. You're going to rinse and repeat over time to build muscle continuously. And the isolation movement essentially is a sub muscle group of that muscle group. So guys, for example, of course, if we're talking about shoulder, we can use our rear delt, and we can do exercises that range in anywhere from 10 to 12 reps. Once we hit the 12 rep range, we're going to, of course, increase the weight. Reps are going to decrease, rinse and repeat over time to build muscle. Now this gives us the essential framework we need to, of course, build muscle quicker, align with our nutrition. And this is how we're going to do it from either a lean bulk or a standard bulk, as I mentioned, the calorie intake. But that's a general framework I want you guys to use. And I want to go into the nuances and details because, guys, you're going to get analysis paralysis just start. Starting is essentially applying the information you just learned and seeing the stuff you couldn't see before because you actually, you're applying it. You've done it. So please do that. It's really important. I've tried analysis paralysis. I've done it. Everyone does it, guys. But mine took a lot longer than expected. Essentially, guys, I just want to cut the crap and give you everything you need. So make sure you just literally use frameworks, and then the details you can literally search on Google how to do it. And that's going to allow you to honestly see more stuff because you're applying this action I learned. And point number 3, guys, is making sure you operationalize your recovery. Recovery is extremely important because if you're not recovering and taking any rest days, you're going every single day, the more weights, the more gains, or the more time I spend in the gym, the more gains I'm going to get. That's the first thing, the truth. Your muscles need to relax. Your muscles need to essentially recover. If you're not taking adequate amount of rest, maybe you're 1 to 2 days off training split, your water intake 3 to 5 water bottles per day, and the nutrition is essentially key, and essentially have your muscles grow back as effectively. So recovery is extremely important. So maybe essentially you guys are doing sauna or cold plunges, stuff that really helps optimize recovery, that really allows your muscles to operate at the highest efficiency because you're giving it the proper adequate rest and the nutrients it needs to essentially be sufficient in regards to getting the results you want. So recovery is extremely important. And guys, a really bonus tip I want to throw in for recovery, guys, includes daily steps. You don't have to do high intensity running for recovery. If it's a day off you want to get in, use a daily step count of 10K per steps. It's a really good way to go about it. Of course, guys, don't do so many steps that you're in a calorie decrease. You have to make sure you're in a calorie increase, but it's a good way to make sure you use your rest days. If you're a gym freak and you love it so much, that's a good way to go about it. 10K steps will keep you occupied. So again, guys, I hope this video was valuable. I try to make these videos quick, short, at high value per second, and give you everything you need to literally get the results at 10x speed. Because guys, as I mentioned, I want you guys to unlock results that I have right here. And literally this stuff changed my life, and I hope you guys could use this and apply it to your life. Make sure applied action is the best thing, because guys, once you can apply the action you learn, then you're essentially allowing you to see stuff you couldn't see before and stimulate faster growth. So again, guys, thank you for watching another video on the channel. I'm so happy you guys stayed here. Of course, I want to give you everything you need, and this is essentially how I've done it, and I want to share everything I know. It's changed my life in every single way, and if you can unlock the same results I have, it will literally mean the world to me. I just want to give back and literally help people be the best version of themselves. If you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you give me a thumbs up, or you smash that like button, because it really helps me grow this channel and to help people literally become their best self through fitness. So guys, make sure you check out the IG over here. I literally use this stuff every single day in my life, actionable tips that you guys can use, and how I essentially go about it to be my best self every single day. And I hope you guys can learn a lot more stuff behind the scenes and what you can literally apply to your life after watching, of course, daily stories, the reels I post, all that good stuff. It's literally, free insight, free game that I want you guys to literally use and literally apply it to your life. So again, guys, thank you for watching another video on the channel. I'm so happy you guys stayed to the end. Like I said, I hope this channel is having a direct impact in your life, and you can apply this action you learn after watching this video.